I think their defensive line is very twitchy. They're very strong, and like their edges obviously is what they've been talking about a lot, and they're really good. Like you can't like downplay them because they're really good players, and I think we just need to do our job and succeed.
If you're being honest, obviously everybody comes here with the expectation that you want to play. If you're being honest, would you expect to be starting in a college football playoff game this soon in your career?
I think like 10 years ago I wouldn't even dream about this, but obviously, I mean, it's come to me, and yeah.
Are you a guy who gets nervous a lot, or is it kind of like once the ball's kicked, like everything fades away? Or
I think earlier in the season I got nervous. Like, I mean, I didn't really play last year at all. I mean, this year, like the first couple games, like you get a little nerves, but like I played quite a bit, so it's not like the nerves don't really get to me that much anymore.
Awesome. I appreciate you thinking.
Is that the big thing? I mean, I asked Josh the same question, like, what is it like when you start to get some playing time? I mean, how does that like process, or how do things change once you've gotten a little bit?
Getting some playing time, like, I mean, obviously your first few snaps are like a little nerve-wracking, but once you get in the roll of it, I think like it just turns into high school football, and you're just playing with your hometown buddies, and yeah, it gets definitely easier.
What do you feel like you bring personally? Like, what are your strengths, you think?
I would say my strength is my run game. I would say I'm pretty good. I get my feet in the ground, good hands and stuff like that.
And he may have asked you some of this already, but I mean, how does it feel if it seems like you might have a chance to have a big role this week? I mean, how does that feel going into this game?
I mean, it feels really good because, like, I would say, like, as a little kid, like, you never think you'd be in like AT&T Stadium playing for a national championship, and I just think that's like awesome.
So the offensive line is kind of some ups and downs as we've had some different personnel. I mean, do you feel like this is a game that you guys can really kind of have an opportunity to show people what you can do? Or I mean, is that how you feel like it going into it?
I feel like every game we can do that. So yeah, I'd say yeah.
I mean, would you like to get to a point where people look at the offensive line the same way they look at the receivers and stuff like that?
Of course.
Indiana, was that the most plays you've ever played?
I think it was converting on third down. I think that's the biggest thing for us because we got down there. Obviously, we had a 4th and 1 and we didn't get it, and then the 3rd and 1 we didn't get either. So.
Yeah. When you guys bring in the heavy personnel, how does that change things for the offensive line, or does it?
It definitely changes the mentality because you put in the heavy personnel. I mean, people think you're just going to run the ball, and people getting their gaps tighter, and the people are shooting off the ball. It definitely definitely a different mentality.
It's kind of funny. Like last year, I literally was here just watching him play, not really thinking too much of it, but now I'm here playing and just ready to write history and hopefully go back to back.
Do you spend when you're in a position where you have a lot of one-on-one time, maybe more so than some other positions? I mean, do you spend a lot of time studying those guys on the other side, or what have you seen of them?
Really good guys, speed to power. Number 3, everybody, like some people say like he's very finesse, but I think he's finesse when he wants to. But I think he's a very good football player. Like he's gonna run through your face, he's gonna do different things. But yeah, number 3 and number 4, definitely some great dudes on film, and I low-key like watching them play. I like people who don't run around and just play football. Especially with Ruben Banks, very physical. I like that. Football is meant to be played, old school. But yeah.
Like a boxing match, the other boxer has to kind of get a first round. How good is that guy's left jab? You know what I mean? Is that what the first few plays of a football game are? You see Ruben Bain on video, but what is he really like?
Yeah, you gotta. It's like I forget. Some running back was like he's like I used to get nervous all the time. It's like get that first hit. Yeah. So it's like that first hit, see how it is, and after that first drive, you're like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, especially a team you've never played, right? I mean, it's very interesting. Hey, Phil, what's been your advice, whatever, to Gabe Van Sickle? As this thing has evolved, and he's getting his start, he's fired up.
I be telling him, I'm like, it's a different world out here. This ain't practice. Like you can't, hold them up. You can't. You're not allowed to not take them down. You got to go out there and kill because somebody's trying to put you on a highlight tape. Somebody's trying to get paid. So it's kill or be killed out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to get in his ear, tell him to get that killer mindset, and when you get your moment, don't take it for granted and don't let go of it.
What have you guys, offensive line-wise, gotten straight coming out of the Indiana game? Where did y'all reset? Where did y'all find in the last couple of weeks? And
communication. Communication, making sure we're communicating on all fronts and playing as one unit, because if we're playing as one, we're the best in the country.
Yeah. You expect Miami to employ some of the tactics Indiana used? Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? But,
Yeah, 'cause
but
if
they
it ain't broke,
they
don't
pretty much
fix it.
play straight up, don't they? I mean, go ahead, though.
I'm gonna say if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
But I know Coach Heatherman. He's probably gonna pull. He got some tricks up his sleeve, or you never know. He might just tell, hey, this is what we're doing, and y'all know it's coming. Can y'all stop it? 'Cause our guy better than yours. But
Yeah.
we'll see when the game comes.
Thanks, man.
Do you feel like, would you like it to be, obviously everybody talks about the receivers and the quarterbacks at Ohio State all the time. I mean, do you feel like as you guys are now kind of maturing, you want to make it to where that's how people talk about the Ohio State offensive line again, in terms of being an elite group? I mean, maybe you don't care about the national reputation of it, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys don't want to be a question mark. You want to be, that group that everybody just takes for granted is going to be dominating every week.
I mean, honestly, that's more of like you gotta ask everybody else on the O-line. Me personally, I'm just glad to wake up every day to play football and do my job, and I'm make sure I'm doing my job good. And do I care that if I'm on like national TV? Not really, I'm just blessed to be able to do what I'm doing and just make sure I'm having fun, because this is a kids game at the end of the day. But would it be cool? Cool, get like a TikTok edit or like cool little videos here and there, but. At the end of the day, I want to make sure I'm doing my job first, not giving up sacks or just doing anything crazy, because, you reap what you sow. So.
But the last thing, I know you had mentioned, being happy to be an Ohio kid back at Ohio State, when we talked to you in the first place. I mean, does that a little extra juice that you're here representing Ohio State?
Yeah. Just everybody from Ohio texting me, all my friends, all my cousins, all my loved ones, go do your thing, just give me a little motivation, like, oh yeah, just like reminds me that, like, okay, yeah, I'm here now, and it's, might as well win them all, so.
Thanks, man. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
How do you feel like, I feel like there's, maybe these are kind of the matchups with you and Phillip that people are kind of circling are going to be very important in this game. I mean, do you feel like that is probably true, or do you look at you got to win your job every time, or?
Yeah, they're both of them, Messidor and Bain. They're really good, and they're definitely playing the league for a very long time. And so it's going to be a great challenge for me and Phil, and we're both ready for it, and both excited for the opportunity.
You study them?
They're really good players, and just gotta go in and study them like we've been, and know all their go-to moves and what they do, how they change it up sometimes, just know their weaknesses and their strengths.
Does it feel good, a couple of Southwest Ohio guys that are out there, matching up against the Miami guys? It's kind of a fun little subplot.
Yeah, pretty cool.
To it.
2 guys from Ohio at the tackle. I mean, we have 4 out of 5 guys from Ohio starting. And Carson's from the Midwest, so that kind of almost counts. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We're all excited and ready for this challenge.
How do you help Gabe get acclimated?
Just giving him some tips here and there, and like just encouraging him, build his confidence up, make sure he's good to go. Because we know he can play. He's physical. He's strong enough, and he's ready. I mean, he's ready to go. At the end of the day, he's ready to go.
Was there much? I mean, obviously you had a noteworthy start to the season, but how much of a learning curve has there been to be playing tackle in games this season?
I learned a lot definitely over the first couple weeks of the year, and even last couple games learned a lot. Just build my confidence up and just being just a better football player each week.
How much does, that kind of gets underplayed, how much is confidence make a factor? Is a big factor?
It's a big factor for me, especially last year. Last year I didn't have the confidence like I would say right now I have. Okay. And even at the start of the year, I got moved up to tackle. In practice, my confidence was not there. I was struggling a little bit, but just each week, just keep getting all the reps, taking all the reps, build my confidence up, really helped me.
You have an opportunity to sort of change the reputation, to make Ohio State feel like more of an offensive line U type of a play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
does that
most
make
definitely.
sense?
I mean, it doesn't help when you recruit the best players at the position at wide receiver and quarterback.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, most definitely building that reputation up, like just having the mentality, like, and wanting people to come in, like that O-line U, just developing all that kind of stuff.
Do you feel like you guys have something to prove after Indiana had a lot of success slowing down the offense overall, and the 5 sacks and everything? I mean,
we knew that we didn't play to the standard we wanted to play at, and we took it on the chin, and we're ready to bounce back.
Do you feel like they'll let people down? How would you describe the feeling coming out of that game knowing y'all scored 10 points. You know what I mean?
I felt like the offense, we felt like we let the team down. We got to go out there and score more than 10 points. We score more than 10 points, we win the game. Simple as that. Like, our defense done a tremendous job holding them to, I think, the fewest points they had scored in the past 2 years.
And once again, reiterate, you feel 100% right now?
Yeah.
100%, what does that mean to you?
I'm ready to go. That's how I feel nothing.
When you are at your best, how would you describe what you bring to this offense and this team?
I bring everything. The deep ball, the blocking, the short round, the running. I bring everything.
What made it East Center good, rather? Like, what made it a good year for you?
I feel like the role I had, I feel like I executed. You know, it was my time, but you know, I still feel like I left some plays out there that I want back, but that's what comes with it. So,
Yeah. Do you think growing up in Ohio taught you a different kind of toughness? If so, how?
I don't think growing up in Ohio taught me no kind of toughness, but where I'm from kind of did. I think I'm from Glenville, and I've been playing for Glenville since I was 5, so I feel like that played a part in how tough I am. You know, my family, I feel like, my family, I feel like I'm representing the name on my back, so that's what I do it for. And it's a bunch of guys who come from where I come from that play for O State, so I feel like I do it for them. God is somebody who don't play for themselves, but, you know, play for the love of their brother. You know, we like to speak on the brotherhood a lot. I feel like we all play for each other and not for ourselves.
Opportunity to, make it, achieve my dreams, my goals, and that's it.
So going back to that bowl game, were you even born when that was played?
No.
Is it weird that people are still talking about a game that you weren't even born for to see?
I wouldn't say it's weird, but, I understand them. If they feel like, their team got cheated or whatever, I feel it. But, just let it go. It's 20 years, in the future, and y'all still talking about it. Just let it go.
Thank you.
Who's your favorite teammate?
Dom Kirks.
Do you feel like the Ohio State defensive ends maybe need to make a name for yourselves versus everybody's talking about the Miami guys? Do you want to have them talking more about you after this game?
We don't really care if people talk about us or not. Caden Curry done said it on multiple occasions. We're a bunch of nobodies, and we're going to stay a bunch of nobodies. If people don't want to talk about us, then that's cool. We like being an underdog anyway, so it is what it is.
Hey, Austin, I talked to Austin and Phillip, and they both talked about how they've developed over the year. How have you seen them develop?
They develop real well, especially from, with Austin. He was playing guard last year, and this transition to tackle was really impressive. I didn't know too much people that can do that. You had Donnie last year that did it, and him just doing it and taking that role, it's impressive.
Do you think are you excited to see those guys match up and do their thing in this game?
Of course. People are saying in the streets that, number 4, number 3 are the best defensive end duo in the country. And, I think that my O-line is the best in the country. So, them going against those guys up there in Miami's interior, front, it should be a challenge for sure.
Kind of like on the brink. Like everybody in my family is Bengals fans.
Are they really?
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's hard life, and whether it's Cleveland or Cincinnati, it's hard.
It's a hard life to be a Bengals fan.
If you were what pro team did you follow?
How do you think you handle
to be honest,
some of these moments?
Dallas Cowboys.
Why?
Whether it's the Texas game.
Like I live here. Why would you do that to yourself?
My favorite player, when I really started watching ball, was Dez Bryant, and I loved when he did this. So that was probably why.